How do you feel physically right now?
I feel great, especially, given that extra little month to kind of ramp up and be ready to go. Got to use that, extra 4 weeks to just fine-tune everything, coming into spring training, and then already throw a bullpen a couple days ago as well as alive. So bouncing back really well, and that's huge for, the remainder of spring and upcoming season.
You've had such an interesting few years with the Padres coming up. We first met you. Your goal was to make the opening day roster. Then it was to become the opening day starter. And then there's been some changes, additions in free agency and trades. What do you see your role for this season?
I just want to do everything I can to this year is to stay healthy. Me as an individual, if I'm staying on the field, that means that I'm contributing to this team and doing everything I can to help us win every night that I get the ball. And, just holding myself accountable a little more with, staying on top of arm care, recovery, getting my stuff in I need to do in the weight room because, for holding ourselves accountable, we're going to accomplish everything we want to as a group and as a team. And, obviously it helps being surrounded by some of these, good guys, Darvish, Snell, Musgrove, Clevenger, Lamet, Weathers, Gore, all these guys have potential to be something special. So, we learn from each other and we grow from each other. And, I'm excited for this upcoming year.
I know Bob Melvin mentioned early on in spring that there's already 4 locks for that rotation. So how do you see that competition for the 5th spot?
I can't control that. I'm just going to do everything I can, to go out there and compete every time I get the ball. Don't put too much pressure on myself. Have fun, enjoy the moment. But I look at myself as one of those guys. I'm not going to doubt myself or be afraid of. It's good that we have depth. Good teams do. So, but. That question is probably going to keep coming to me during spring, but I'm going to say the same answer. I am one of those guys, whether people believe it or not.
No doubt in your mind whatsoever.
Not at all.
You have a new pitching coach, Ruben Niebla, and new manager Bob Melvin. What's Niebla? We'll start with him. What's he like?
Yeah, it's been great so far. It wasn't ideal that we didn't get to build a relationship over the past 3 or 4 months. That was hard for us players, and I'm sure it was hard for them. Not being able to get to know individuals, whether that's pitching on the pitching side or position player side. I'm sure that was very difficult for them as well as us as players. But we got another 3 weeks to build that relationship and put it on a tee for the upcoming year.
Bob Melvin, what is he like?
He's awesome. I think he's going to be good for this team. He has experience. He knows how to win, and he's not going to put up with anything. And what I mean by that is, he's kind of one of those gritty guys. He's head down, go to work, and doing everything we can in the moment. This game is the only one that matters. Doesn't matter about last week's game. Doesn't matter against 2 weeks from now, we're facing the Dodgers at home. We can't control what happens in between there. We can only control what happens tonight, whether it's a night game or a day game. And I think that's going to be huge for us, as sometimes we put a little too much pressure on us. As baseball players, we want to see results and we want to be the best right away. But sometimes that can get us in trouble. As a group, as individuals, worrying about stuff that we can't control, and he's preached that so far in a couple meetings, and we're super excited to have him as our manager.
Last thing I want to ask you, because you have a very interesting pitchers row right here. You, Darvish, Blake Snell, Mike Clevenger, Mackenzie Gore, then of course Joe Musgrove and yourself. Take me through as quickly as you can the personalities of those different guys that are next to you.
Yeah, that's what makes this clubhouse fun, especially during spring training. A lot of guys, 60, 70 guys in here. Everybody's different. There's not one guy that has has the same personality as the next guy, which makes it fun.
Who keeps it light? Who's the jokester?
Probably Snell. Really? Yeah, he's his energy is just positive all the time, and that's huge when it comes to Monday through Sunday. Being long days here at the field with games starting today, you gotta be relaxed. You gotta stay loose and not put that pressure on ourselves that I talked about a little bit earlier. But it's cool to to find the things that we have things in common as well, and that's more on the pitching side. How focused we are and disciplined, how much we want to get better as a group, as individuals, and taking our craft and our pitching performance, over to the field, throwing progression, over to the mound to the game. So it's pretty cool to see it all unfold, and being around these guys for the second year now. I'm pretty close to all the guys, so I'm excited for this upcoming year with hopefully many more memories to tell and stories to save.